inquire if there might not be students to stay after school for you to show off your computer and see if you can get some students interested that way. And speak to parent-teacher organizations. They, I have found, are very willing to help out in any way, whether it's volunteer some of their time or to support it financially. Are there any questions so far? Yes.
How large is community is Oakland?
We have just a little over 600 K to 6 for students. Our population is about 5,000, and it's basically rural. I would say probably 99% of the children come by school bus. It's 20 miles north of the capital.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, does that help a little bit?
Yeah.
Just outside of Waterville. And that gets confusing because, well, we both have a Waterville address, yet we live in Oakland, and Chris even has a Waterville telephone number. So, I mean, when you get an area like that, it gets to be difficult.
About 1% of their belong to 1% of the total population.
Of the school.
Well,
Of the school.
About 5,000 people.
Yeah, right. But we have about a little over 600 students in, and we have a membership. Well, when we went to the Boston Computer Museum, for example, 38 members went and 26 parents went. So there's a good student ratio, and you see that we have parent support. And the club was able to raise enough money to pay for the admission and for the bus trip. It is expensive to pay for the buses, the gas, and the bus drivers. But with the candy bar sale and with the support from local businesses, the raffles add some, but not much. And bottle toilets. Yes?
What program do you use to create your newsletter articles?
Page Pro for some of them, tips for others, and what I have found, I brought some sample newsletters where our first ones just started out with a page or two and I was having trouble getting the students to write articles. I came up with the idea that if I am going to spend Sunday afternoons writing a program for them to have Tuesday nights on a sheet, why not write it so that it can be part of the newsletter? So that is what now, how I do the newsletter. That many of the pages in the newsletter are simple basic programs that we have done in club, for club meetings. And then I just put some graphics around them.
You're not in the word processing of any of them?
I have a special group after school on Wednesdays. Those who can benefit a little bit more because they have disk drives, like Chris. And we will get into doing things like tips, word processing, TI artist. I have not started Page Pro with them, but I can see that coming up. Yes?
We've long tried to organize an educators group nationwide. And I do know a few teachers who are actively using the computer within their schools. But perhaps you would consider your lesson package and offer it across the country to other educators. I would have I'm not familiar with your newsletter, but if you have an adequate collection up to this point where you have a formulated lesson plan, you might consider packaging and offering it to other educators for some nominal fee and then using that money to further your goals.
That's a good idea, and I have some sample newsletters if you'd like to look at them, and I have a sign-up list in case your club is not on an exchange newsletter with us. We do put out only 3 a year, 3 or 4 a year, so it's not a monthly exchange. But we do appreciate the clubs that do continue to keep us on their list for exchange letters. Another way that the club has raised considerable amount of money was at the instigation of Charlie Good for me to put out a logo tape. And I've made the tape and disc for $10, which I sell for $10. And $5 covers my costs and $5 goes into the club. And so they have raised over $100 from that cost there. And those tapes are on sale now at the Lima tape. So if you'd like to see any of our newsletters, I have samples of them here in this red book. And perhaps you'd like to see a video of an actual club meeting. Dave, do you know how to start our third computer club trip, third annual trip to the computer club, to the Computer Museum in Boston?
This comes out a little bit so you can see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything open?
Okay. Those, yeah.
Why? They didn't like.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Isn't that neat?
Oh, pardon me.
See better?
No, I see good,
Okay.
right the way it was.
Oh, you put, okay, Chris, maybe we could use the other plastic bucket.
There we go.
Or Jill, did you get the other? Okay, did you, all right, that's the one for the name? Okay, we have a pencil around. Okay.
I did that.
Clear?
The guy
Oh,
that's
the
here now,
cards
man.
are over there. Why don't we read the cards over here?
The tables are already moved. So, go, woman.
Well, we really are early.
We really are early.
Yeah, you are. Well, actually, we're getting behind now, but.
No, we're not. We gotta move now.
Are we yelling?
Power coupons for you. And
Yeah.
for the letter?
You know Paul, huh? Jim, this is my nephew Paul. Jim, he works at Stock.
No, you don't have. You put them on top of the cabinet. Elizabeth, why don't you put yours on top of the cabinet? That's just what I wanted.
Uh-oh. Yeah, no. Which way?
All right, the papers over there.
Where can you send me?
Mr. Whittingham maybe can get the book out of the cabinet. All right, the stories that you wrote go over there on top of the cabinet, and then you put your name in the...
Nita, could you please sign me in too?
Yes, would you get the game boxes? And the educational ones too, I guess. Yeah, educational. Matt, the pencil boxes over there on that. Did you get that for me? Yeah, it's over there. No, it's right over there. Well, I got it that far. Did you know? Take the papers that you've written over on the cabinet, and then you can put your name in the... Okay. Oh, we're going to do something special for you.
Was that going in there?
First of all, I would like to congratulate everyone for their excellent behavior. You have no idea how many compliments I have received on your behavior on both buses. You were excellent.